at his dumb broad a little while ago. I had to insult her. It's amazing how stupid people can be, man. People can be just so stupid and gullible. I mean, everybody is entitled to an opinion. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. It's when you get stupid and your opinion is just so ridiculous. That's when I don't take you serious. I start to clown you, and I just can't take you serious after a while. Especially if you're just overly emotional. And that goes into the Trump thing. Trump, I don't trust in any politician, pretty much. Do you want to enable dictation? Not now. I don't want to see that. Make sure my mic is up. I don't trust in any politician. But some people are just stupid, man. You're just on the Trump hate campaign because your mind is controlled, man. I think Trump is racist. I think all presidents are racist, but you can't put a battery in my back and have me follow the damn the Negro train. I don't see anything coming up with Facebook. I just can't do that. I've always been one to follow my spirit. I will not do what the majority of brothers and sisters do unless it's an absolute truth and it makes sense. I just can't see myself doing that. But it's okay. It's okay. Everybody has, do you want to enable dictation? Not now. I don't know what that is. Everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe. Get myself together. Shalom, brother. Shalom. Everybody getting ready for the Super Bowl? Or I know some people don't believe in sports. They choose not to follow sports. I like sports. I like especially MMA and boxing. So I'll be watching it. I'm gonna get myself set up, cook some food, and I'll watch the game, man. Yeah, I don't think the Facebook is working out. I don't think it's working out. But yeah. So I was referring to this situation with Donald Trump and him depicting, well, not him, it's a video, man. You got, in the video, Barack Obama and his wife is depicted as monkeys. Is it somewhat racist? Yeah, somewhat racist, but you got to watch the whole video. They have the whole crew as animals, and it's supposed to be from The Lion King, but they're saying there's no lions in the jungle. They sang, and but basically they don't care about black folks, man. They don't care about black folks. They just see we're getting closer to the midterms, and the Democrats need as many votes as they possibly can get, and that's gonna be a problem, man. That's going to be a problem, and you can't drink the Kool-Aid. Bottom line, you cannot drink the Kool-Aid. But here's right here. Check it out. I'll bring it up so you can see it, or his response to it. He's just a damn. I'm gonna say the M word and the coon word, but he's just that himself, man. Yeah, you a fool if you believe in politics or you believe in these guys. But let's give him a chance. Let's hear him out. Let's see what he has to say. Let's check it out.
Yeah, Donald Trump. Settle in for this one, folks. Because he's just reminded the country who he really is. And this time, even some of his hardcore supporters can't bring themselves to defend him. Because late last night, on Trump's social media account, he reposted a vile and racist video that depicted our nation's first black president.
See, they go right to this part of the video. When the story first broke out, this is the main thing they showed. But you got to watch the whole video. You got to watch the whole video. They even have Joe Biden as a monkey eating a banana. Eating a banana, man. So you got to watch the whole video. Do I think it's racist? Overall, it is racist because they could have been a giraffe. They could have been a badger. They could have been any animal that's in a forest or the jungle, but they depicted them, whoever put the video together, as monkeys. As monkeys. Is Donald Trump a racist? Sure, he's a racist. You better believe he's a racist. But so is Joe Biden. So are the Clintons. So are the Democrats and the Republicans. Sure, they're racist. But again, we're getting close to the midterms, and these dudes will do anything to try to knock him off his throne. They'll do anything to get him off his throne, and that's just the reality. It was funny, though. It was funny, though. I watched it. Not breaking the commandments, watching the game. All right. You can watch the game, but some brothers have this ideology or this opinion, I'm going to call it an opinion, that if you watch the Super Bowl or if you watch baseball or you watch sports, it's like you're going back to Rome. They believe that you are going back to Rome, and it relates to some form of paganism. Some of them say, it's not all of them, but some of them say it relates to some form of paganism. And the same way we had brothers and sisters in the Roman Colosseums, it's going back to that, and you shouldn't watch sports. I watch sports, man. I watch sports. And this is where I say you got to have your own mind. Even with this Obama thing, man, you got to have your own mind. You got to think. A lot of brothers and sisters, they don't think. They don't think. They're caught up in a trick bag. And what are you going to do with brothers and sisters like that? You got to break off or separate, to some degree when brothers and sisters are in that mindset. You got to do that, because if you don't, then you'll be a monkey. Be a monkey man.
For fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
I got to put that up for a second because they come after me every once in a while. But you got to have your own mind. Let's check out this dude, though. I'm not going to be very long. Let's check out this dude. I'm kind of curious my damn self. Let's check him out, because I'm not going to play the video. Maybe if I find the video, I'll play it.
President and First Lady as apes. It is an unambiguous play on one of the oldest country's oldest and most tired. Let me tell you how tired it is. Racist tropes. At first, the Trump administration did what they always do: defend the president and attack the press. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement to reporters, quote, "This is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public."
You know how stupid they are, and how you could tell they're a bunch of phonies, these devils that are saying that it's racist and it shouldn't be tolerated in these times of American history or America itself. You know, it's bullcrap, because you watch these damn rap videos, you watch these R&B videos, we act like total chimpanzees, man. Chimpanzees acting a damn fool. Remember there was a style, there was a dance, it was called crunking. Negroes looking like total baboons crunking. Let me see if I can find that real quick. But nobody said anything about it. It was cool. It was the in thing. Nobody said nothing about it. It was a damn travesty. It was a damn travesty. The black man, he embarrassed himself, and he makes a fool out of himself. The white man don't even have to work that hard to do that. You don't have to do that. Let me turn the volume on this, because they'll give me a strike on this. Let me see. There it is right there. I'm not going to play the volume, but look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this dude, man. You're not embarrassed about this? You're going to tell me that this is normal? This is something to be honored? This is, a lot of you say, this is culture. Is this culture? Look at this dude, man. And he's not the only one. There's plenty of examples of this foolery. He don't look like he's going to be swinging from a branch. I'm not justifying Trump or what the Democrats or Republicans or white racists put online. I'm not justifying that. I'm just showing you the hypocrisy of black people and how stupid and gullible they are. Here's another one. Look, here's another one. Look at this. How is this something to be proud of? Look at this. That's another one. And I'm doing this off the cuff. I'm not even digging deep or anything like that. I'm doing this off the cuff, straight up. Straight up. It's a white dude. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I know. I didn't even see this. I know this is going to be a damn joke. Look at this. Look at this. It's not as bad. It's kind of like pop locking, but we do this garbage to our goddamn selves, man. Where are your doctors? Where are your lawyers? Where are your warriors? Where are the black? Where is the mindset, or where at, or where do we see a strong, positive example of being a warrior for our people? All we do is entertain and dance and make fools out of ourselves in front of the world. Look at this. He murdered that. That's all we do. No more, no more. That's all we do. Tell me I'm lying. And a lot of you guys know I don't do this to shame you or make you feel bad about yourself. But you got at some point the foolery has got to stop. Let me put the link in case somebody want to come in. I don't know if you want to come in, but put the link down. But at some point, this foolery has got to damn stop. Come on, man. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Now I'm going to go into some of the history of it for real quick. I'm going to show you some pictures in regard to the history of it. Because it don't make no sense to be this stupid, man. Come on, man. They laugh at us. So I'm just putting that out to show, stop with this thing with Trump and him and his racist attitude. You know they all racist. But you just focus on Trump because your minds are controlled by the media. Your minds are controlled by the media, so you just focus in on Trump. Look at this. This is Jim Crow. Back in the days, foolishness. This is called Longwood Plantation Syrup. Coon Chicken Inn. And you got the famous lawn jockeys, racism on the lawn. The lawn jockey is a decorative yard ornament that characterizes black people and promotes the ideal of their servitude, typically a cash replica about half scale. It depicts a black man dressed in jockey's clothing carrying a lantern or a metal ring suitable for hitching a horse. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. I want you to explain how you forgot that, but you see the other stuff up there. Oh, boy, here we go. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, what's going on, y'all?
All right. So what's your opinion on this thing with Trump? What is your opinion? And, him posting on Truth Social the picture of Barack Obama and his wife as damn chimpanzees. What is your opinion on that?
I mean, that's just entertainment. Nobody should take that stuff serious, man.
Oh, well, I kind of beg to differ with you. I mean, you're right to a certain extent. I think people took it over the top. But at the same time, we have a history of being made fun of and laughed at and portrayed as monkeys. But the thing I have a problem with, black people put themselves out there to be recognized as monkeys and animals. And then us as the Hebrews, when we come out and tell you that this is a curse from the Most High, you don't want to hear that. You just think it's by chance. And I'm saying you specifically because I've been on 2 pages with you and you act completely different on those other pages in comparison to our pages on Saturdays. You act completely different and you're more respectful on the other pages and you openly admit on the other pages, this is just a week ago, that you don't believe in the Bible. You don't believe in God. Is that not true?
I never said I don't believe in the Creator. That's stupid to not to believe in the Creator.
I'm talking about when I say yeah, you're right. When I say the Creator, I'm talking about the Creator mentioned in the Holy Bible. You definitely flatly admitted that on 2 occasions on the channels. We was both on shows last week at the same time. You remember that?
No, it's not the same because they don't be hostile towards necessarily what I'm saying. I never said I don't believe in the old. I believe in the Hebrew Bible. I don't believe in the Christian Bible.
I don't know what a Christian Bible is. I'm talking about the Bible itself. You said clearly you don't believe in the Bible. I heard you say this on OG's page. Definitely.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't like it because I don't believe in the Christian Bible the way y'all.
What is it? What is the Christian Bible and what is the other Bible?
Okay, Hebrew Bible is just, you already know what that is, but I'll tell you since I guess you're. So
I'm not just here alone. There's other people watching. There's 4 people watching, possibly more. What is it? What is the difference?
Hebrew Bible is just dealing with Genesis through Malachi or the Tanakh or the Old Testament or the Eternal Covenant or, as some people say, the Torah. I know about the Christian Bible. I don't have any confidence in the apostles. I don't have no confidence. I don't really have faith. I don't have faith in what they said and what they taught.
All right. You said you believe in the Old Testament, basically.
No, I believe in the Hebrew Bible.
It's the Hebrew Bible. What you call it? The Hebrew Bible. In the Hebrew Bible, the Lord tells the Jews. I'm gonna read what this the AI pulls up right here, real quick.
I respect y'all. You don't ever hear me calling you out y'all name and stuff.
No, but you're a bit more respectful. I'm not saying you're being disrespectful now. I'm just saying I noticed last week you're a bit more respectful on the other channels. Maybe because they're a bigger channel. I don't know. Maybe you have more respect. Let me read this. I'm not knocking you. I'm not trying to attack you. But let me just read this, what it tells us in our book. In our book. It says that in Deuteronomy 28, verse 37, it says, "And thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword among all nations, where the Lord shall lead thee," meaning scatter you, because it's written in NIV. It should say scatter. And when you read Deuteronomy 28, which I'm sure you're familiar of, these are the curses that fell on our people. And one of the curses is what we are labeled as monkeys and chimpanzees and the joke of the world. It says, signifying that the Israelites would become a shameful, mocked example among other nations. So Chinese are other nations where we're mocked and we're shameful. Japanese are other nations where we're mocked and shamed. The white man definitely is another nation where we are mocked and shamed. But the Lord said, shameful, mocked example among nations. So the point I'm making is that people are in an uproar because of the post that Donald Trump put up, the racist post that Trump put up. But at the same time, when we show our people that this is part of prophecy and the curses that fell on our people, you don't want to hear that. Hey, Yashawan, you there?
Con.
Oh, okay. When we show you that these are the curses that God put on us, a lot of you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. So in slavery, and I'm gonna let you come in slavery and after slavery, the white man not only made mockery of us, he had peanut butter, sugar, molasses, and he put slaves who had big lips and big noses and look like clowns and a joke to the world. Look at this. Look at this. How do you explain this? Look how they got the black women, all fat in mammy suits. He got the slave men in straw hats, oversized lips. And then when you show how we behave and you show this dance called the crunking, you are fulfilling the prophecy and you making us look bad. Not you per se, but we make ourselves look bad in front of the world. Look at this guy. Is this cool? Is that cool? Go ahead, brother. You can go now.
Well, crunking is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't see no problem with it, but maybe you do because I don't know. It's nowhere in the scriptures that says you can't crunk or you can't dance.
Do you see a good portion? I'm not saying they don't do it because you got a lot of nations that try to mimic us. Do you see a lot of Chinese crunking and a lot of Japanese and East Indians crunking and at the same time not taking care of family on a low level or financial business to build up their communities and their people?
Again, crunking don't have anything to do with you taking care of your family. I think that you should separate that. That ain't the same.
You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you.
Do we as a people put more energy into building ourselves up financially to a position where we can compete with our competition outside of our people, the other nations? Do we put energy into that, or do we put more energy into entertainment as a people, black people?
First of all, we've been conquered and separated, so we're not even really a nation of people in the sense of having our own distinct land and territory and ruling it. So of course you're not going to be able to compete with a country if you're not a country. We're not
you're telling me this the state of our people. I'm asking you, us, do we put more energy into entertainment, watching entertainment, entertaining people, or do we put more energy into finances, building ourselves up as a people, providing for our people, and being able to financially compete with other nationalities outside of our own? Which do we put more energy into? Which do we put more energy into?
First of all, that question, to me, I wouldn't even ask a question like that because
I'm asking a question though. I want to know where you stand on that. Do we put more? You said you wouldn't even ask a question like that. It's not a matter of what you're asking. I'm asking a question. I'm asking you the question. Do we put? Listen to the question again, in case you're confused.
I understand the question, but if you want to answer it asking me a third time, go ahead.
Do we put more time into entertainment, dancing, and entertaining the world? Or do we put more focus and energy into that, or do we put more focus and energy into economics, building ourselves up as a nation, putting ourselves as a people who are able to compete with other people outside of our people, outside of our race?
And sir, how are you going to compete with people outside of your race?
That's not the point. We exist and we walk. Listen to me. You say, how can we?
I'm not done yet. I'm not done with my response.
Because you're playing games. You don't do this on the other channel. I was going back and forth with you.
I do, but you see, they don't cut me off like you.
I have to cut you off because what you're doing now, you wasn't doing that Monday and Tuesday.
And they let me talk. They don't be doing what you're doing
because the way you answering,
you don't like my answers when I answer. I would say the same thing if they asked me that same question. I would say the same thing. How are you going to compare yourself with another nation of people when you're not even a nation?
You sound stupid. You sound stupid right now because we are a nation. You sound stupid right now. I'm gonna mute him right there, because he's acting stupid. How the hell are we not a nation? We're a people. We once had a culture. We once followed a God. How the hell are we not a people? We're a destroyed people. You said you believe in the Old Testament. The Lord said his people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. But you don't do that garbage on the other stations. You don't do that on the other channels. You are answering questions specific, direct, with some form of intelligence, but when you come here, you do these damn verbal gymnastics. You don't do that over there. So you're not going to answer the question. Yashua, you can say something if you want. I'm sorry, I forgot about you.
Yeah, no, he's saying that we're not a nation. So what are we? You know, we are a foolish nation.
Right.
We're a foolish nation. We are a nation, but we're a foolish nation. Like the scriptures say, Jeremiah 4:22, my people are foolish. They have not known me.
Right.
You know, so I don't know. This dude, he always be going around. He say you don't let him talk, but
Nah,
we already know what type of spirit you come with, man. We dealt with you before.
But you know what though? I don't know if you was listening. I see him on the other pages. And this week he was on 2 different pages that I was on, and he don't act like this on the other pages. He don't act like this. He dances around a bit, but he answers questions specifically and with intelligence. But he act a damn fool when he's here. I'm telling you, I saw him. We both was on the same page.
Yeah, well, you know, when you mix the scriptures in, and you know the scriptures, and you can relate it to our people and the way we act. You know, our people, they tend to get dumbfounded. They don't want to really answer no questions because that'll be them going against the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So they'll dance around it. They don't want to give a direct answer. They'll just say, well, you know, you can't say that. How we gonna compete with other nations when we're not a nation? It's a nation of the so-called Chinese, Japanese, East Indians, Africans, Arabs, and the so-called white man. Everybody's a nation but us.
Right. Because they got money. Look at the picture on the screen. This was done to a people. People went through all this. Look at this.
Yeah, exactly.
It was done to a people. So we're not a people? You sound dumb and stupid, man. And I hate to be disrespectful, but after a while, you got to deal with the dude like this, man.
Yeah, and that scripture you put up, Deuteronomy 28:37, that's a prophecy that will happen to us, man.
Right.
We call every name in the book, but you know what we actually are. Nobody will say we Israelites, but us. You know,
it don't make no sense to be that stupid, man. So
they'll call us monkeys. They'll call us niggers, Negro, black, Hispanic, Latino. They'll call us everything in the book, but what we are, man, that's that prophecy right there, man. We are a proverb in the byword.
It's prophecy too. Look at all these kids, man.
Yeah.
Fighting, man, running crazy. Look at it's got to be at least 30 kids out there plus.
Animals, man.
Yeah. Here come the slave master right there. Look at
that. Yep.
Now how you can't see this? Look at all these kids.
Yeah, out of nowhere. That looked like a nice neighborhood too.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's gotten so bad with our people, man. You don't even want to deal with your own people like that because look how they act, man. Everybody's hella emotional. They want to fight on the drop of a dime. You can't even have a intellectual conversation with your people because they get emotional as soon as you ask them a damn question that they can't answer.
That don't make no damn sense, man. I mean, that's just crazy, man. I don't get that, man. It's just ridiculous the way we behave, and the brothers they make up excuses for it, man.
Yeah.
How are you gonna make up excuses? Then you know Trump, he's the devil. We know Trump is the devil.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're not getting all bent out of shape because he's showing some damn monkeys and apes on there. We know that's how they see you. I just showed you the history. They've been doing this. But my question is, why do you act like apes and act like what you don't like? That's the question. Look at this, man. This makes absolutely no sense. And if they like this, imagine what the parents are like.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the parents like?
Our people are under curses, man. Our people are under curse. This is how you know we the people, man.
Yeah. And that's the point I'm making. How are you going to get mad at us when we show you the same thing out of the Bible? How are you going to get mad? I don't get it. Look at this. And it's all over. Like he was on the same page with me. And I told them, and he remember. I said, "Yo, you brothers and sisters don't have social media. You don't have TikTok. That's
Yeah.
all you see on TikTok,
Yeah,
man. Just
yeah,
crazy
yep.
behavior, man.
Yep.
Look at this, man. This makes no damn sense. Look at these kids. This is their future. And look at all these white dudes. Look at the white dudes on the bottom with damn cap. This is in Texas. Look at the white dudes with the damn hats like they rounding up slaves.
Yeah. And we know that all these other nations, they got issues, man. You think the so-called white man don't got issues in his house?
Exactly.
Or in his neighborhoods, man? They raunchy and ratchet, the same as so-called Negroes. But the media pushes out our people because our people give them, content to push out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you see a bunch of high school kids acting like damn animals, jumping on each other, fighting, and somebody record it, it's gonna make its rounds to get to the mainstream media, and guess what? They're gonna highlight that. But then you have, I got this channel where I watch called We Control the Narrative on Instagram, where you got the so-called white man fighting and acting a damn fool just like so-called Negroes, but they do not put that on mainstream media. We're not saying that other nations ain't crazy and bugged out and act like animals, but we don't care about that. We care about our people, and we point out that our people act the same way. The same way.
Yep. I don't understand how you can be mad. And we know what we came from. We come from greatness, man.
Exactly.
We come from greatness. We had many empires that was great and successful and families that were intact. But what happened? We as a people, we fell, man. We fell. I mean, this might be a little bit too big. It says black people ruled significant parts of the world, including Europe and Africa, through powerful, advanced civilizations spanning from antiquity to the medieval period, such as the 1800-year Moorish reign in Iberia, Sicily, beginning in 711 AD.
Yeah.
The Egyptian Nubian dynasty and wealthy West African empires like Mali and Songhai.
Yep.
So I mean, what is it? These civilizations characterized by figures like Mansa Musa and Moorish leaders heavily influenced global knowledge, architecture, and trade. So you can't tell me we didn't once have this. You can't tell me we didn't once have this. So what are you saying? Oh, he fell off. Let me see.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm on my phone, so.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah, but the scriptures tell you we are a royal people, man.
Yeah, man, we are special people. So I don't know, what the hell these dudes is reading. So, or what, you can't get around this. After a while, it's going to get so bad, you're going to have to see the Most High or just see that you are the devil. Bottom line.
Yeah.
The Most High
I
tells
don't know what's his issue though. I don't know what is his point. What is he really trying to say?
Nah, I'm telling you, this dude was completely different on the other pages, man. Just a week ago. Like on Saturdays when we do our feeds, man, people is posting stuff up, man. And throughout the week, about sometimes about 9, 10, people posting stuff up. So I jump on the different pages, and I've seen him a while ago, over a year ago, on other pages. But I'm saying he don't act like how he act here on those other pages, man. He don't do that. And that's cool. I don't have a problem with it. I'll go toe to toe with you. I got patience, man. You can go act crazy and stupid. I don't have a problem with that at all. Because as long as I can get something out of you, but when you get stupid, then that's when things kind of change up. But I don't mind at all.
But what do they talk about on these other pages?
Black issues. What we going through. Sometimes they attack. The other one, it was just a Bible. They was just like, I hate that damn Bible. And
that's what it is.
But He wasn't defending the Bible. He was with them. It was just me
Yeah,
alone, and they was
yeah,
coming at me. So I was going to head
yeah,
to head with them dudes, man.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Cause that dude, he's all over the place because he get on some days and he say just like he said earlier. He said, "Oh, I believe in the Hebrew Bible. I don't believe in the Christian Bible."
He wasn't saying that last week. He wasn't saying that last week. He
That's
didn't
what I'm
believe in no
saying.
Bible last week. I let it ride though, but he didn't believe in no Bible last week, man. No Bible. So he need to stop that. Come on, man. But
Well,
that's just ridiculous. But here the Most High says in this Deuteronomy 28, verse 64, says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." And that's what we doing today, man.
yep,
That's what we doing today.
yep, yep,
So, fight against it if you want. You can fight against it, but
yep.
you can't get around the fact that, what we're dealing with is the truth, man. Because, we are a byword and an astonishment to the world. That's what the Most High said, and that's what we are. And it's sad, but that's what it is. Here it says, "Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations where I shall lead thee," because we scattered. We don't have the power and the glory no more. So we got to turn to the Bible, man. We got to turn to the Bible. Bottom line.
I think it's one in Lamentations chapter 2.
Yeah, I did a video on that last week. I'll bring it up.
Come.
That's a good one, But that's even more proof. Let me see if I can find another Bible. Damn, I'm missing one.
The scriptures also speak on a double-minded man because you saying when he come on around us, he's oh yeah, I believe in the Bible, but then when he's on the other channel, you know what I'm saying? When
Yeah,
he's
he's a
on
completely different dude, man. Completely different dude.
hold on 1 second, Elder.
I'll read this while you're doing that. This is Lamentations 2, verse 14. It says, "Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, because the leadership, whether they're spiritual or political, they're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you the truth. They're straight up lying. They're about filling their pockets in politics." Even this dude that's getting on Trump. Even this dude. Check it out. This guy's definitely a sellout. No, they're not. I did a video on this just a few 3 days ago, maybe. That's not true. That's not true. And a lot of you thought when Obama when he would get into office, he was going to be damn moonbeams and rainbows and chocolate ice cream and sprinkles on top with a cherry. And that didn't happen. That did not happen. So I don't know what the hell you guys are following. I'm not you guys watching that believe in the scriptures. I'm talking about the unbelievers. The unbelievers who still believe in the system. It's like you on crack, man. Nobody can be this crazy, man. Nobody can be this crazy. But, our job is just to show you. It's no big deal to us. We just going to keep showing you. And whether you hear or forbear, that's what the scripture says. Show you whether you hear or whether you forbear. I showed you how Obama said that the banks were too big to fail. Remember that? Bail them out with your tax money. Remember that? Now you open a car wash or a supermarket and you have hard times. You think you're going to be bailed out? You ain't going to be bailed out. You're not going to be bailed out. You're going to catch the hammer. And you're going to have to close up shop. It should be the same way with the banks. But he said they were too big to fail. It would cause big ripple effect and the country would be destroyed. Bull crap. Total bull crap. Now, all that was done to get a damn payout in a golden parachute to the banks. You can't touch the banks. Can't touch the banks. Hey, remember this? See if I can get that in there. Stop sharing. I don't know what's wrong with people's brains, but I know what it is. Their minds are saturated with Americanism. And that's stupid to be in that mindset. Here's right here. Obama on too big to fail bank rescues. Never again. You see that? He's just a pawn just like Trump. He's just a pawn just like the Clintons. He's just a pawn just like the Bushes. Everybody is getting paid and stealing damn money. Everybody. In his continued effort to be on the right side of the populist outrage in the U.S. against bank bailouts, President Barack Obama on Thursday announced plans to limit the operations of the nation's largest banks in order to reduce the systematic risk they pose to the entire financial system and economy. Too big to fail. We know the banks are stealing. We know the banks are robbing. I brought this up last week. Remember the 2008 scandal when they were giving out mortgages to people who could not afford to pay those mortgages? Everything is a money hustle in this system. When are you going to see that? When are you going to see that? Obama outlined reforms his administration will propose be added to financial reform legislation currently in Congress. One reform would require sophisticated and poorly understood financial instruments like credit default swap that some critics have likened to gambling to be regulated. Another would bar large banks from using their own funds to trade financial instruments in hope of making big profits from their own accounts. They would also bar from following. That's not the one I want. I want the other story. Let me show you real quick. But I'm just trying to show you that this whole thing is a damn scam. The whole thing, the oil, the land they trying to steal, the war with Russia. Everything is a goddamn scam. Everything. So I'm just saying, man, we got to snap out of it. I was talking with a brother earlier, and we was talking about scripture, and I was telling them, listen, man, we got to come to the point where, you're not just reading scripture based on prophecy. You're reading scripture to survive, man. You're trying to survive, man, bottom line. And that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to get financially rough. It's going to get really rough. President Obama aimed to end too big to fail financial institutions following the 2008 crisis by signing the Dodd-Frank Act in 2010. Key measures included the Volcker rule to limit risky trading, increase capital requirement, which is all money hustles and stealing, and a mechanism for safely winding down large banks as detailed in the National Archive blog. Despite these actions, some analysts argue big banks grew larger and the system remained risky, as discussed by Bloomberg. And it is risky. They're stealing the money, they're gambling the money, and the taxpayers are bailing them out. Too big to fail. You can't touch the banks. The banks have always been robbing Americans, man. So I don't see what the hell is everybody, is so blind and they can't see that these people are goddamn thieves. They're goddamn thieves. And the so-called black man and Hispanic man, you caught in the middle of all this garbage, man. You're caught up in all this garbage. They're making all these rules and regulations to protect the banks, to protect the super rich. Meanwhile, like I said last week, you can't pay back your school loan. Look at all the money that they were stealing in, let me turn this off real quick. Look at all the money they were stealing in Minnesota. Billions of dollars. And now they do in Maine, billions of dollars. But California, man, California is at the damn height of thievery, man. Meanwhile, they're ready to garnish your checks if you don't pay back a school loan. Garnish your check. Foreclosing on people who can't pay their mortgages. Repoing cars when people can't afford to pay their car notes. And you can't get a break? You can't get a break. They're thieves, man. They're thieves. And fortunately, we have the Bible and the Most High. He warns us. Yashua, you still there?
Come on.
Oh, I didn't know you. I thought they came back. You can say something if you want. No.
Yeah, no, I was just listening, and that's true. And the sad thing is that somehow, some way, Jake think that he can fix it if he get signatures, and if they protest in front of the banks and make a move. They think that they'll get their money back, and if our people knew how much they were being robbed each and every day, man, they would man, they would go off.
Yeah, man. They don't know. They don't know. They think that he's just a man. And that's not the case, man. You got to look, history tells a lot, man. You gotta check out the history. The Romans, they were thieves and liars and robbers too, man. Same thing with the Greeks. This man has a history of robbing and stealing. So it don't matter if you have a black president. It absolutely doesn't matter, because he's going to be a thief, just like he's going to do what they told him to do. He's going to do exactly what they told him to do. So you're crazy, man. You're crazy. A lot of you, you don't realize how this system really works. And the sad thing is, you send your children out in the world to believe a lie. And that's what it is. The children and the young are too emotional, and they don't know how to deal with real situations, real American situations. When this man say he's gonna make America great again, he's talking about bringing back the old days where people can steal even more money and get away with it and be comfortable. And that's not, the Most High, the Creator, the controller of man and spirit. He's not letting it happen. He's not letting it happen. And a lot of you can't see that, because a lot of you don't believe the Bible. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because at some point it's gonna change, man, and it's gonna change for the worse. I mean, look at your children. If you ain't gonna read the Bible and get righteous and straighten up, or research how this country really runs and what it's really about, at least get off your asses and do it for the children. Your children are being programmed to be animals, man. To be straight up animals. This is what your children are programmed to be. And you know it. You see it. Here's another one. Let me see if I can get this one up. Look at this. Look at all these people. Look at this. So somebody's shooting. Look at all this stuff. I think I saw this one with the pool. Look at the dude running with a gun. This is in the black community. In the black community, look, running, shooting. Look, the guy with the red shorts. Bum, blum, blum, blum. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. Big overweight women, crazy young men. And you don't talk about this because you're ashamed to talk about this. But you get mad when we show you that these are the curses. You get mad. You get mad when we say we don't want to live in the black community when we get a little bit of money. You get mad because when we don't want to invest in the black community. You get mad when we don't want to buy property in the black community. You get mad.
Well, support your own, brother. Support your own black businesses, brother.
Yeah. You look at this picture of these three thugs. Are you going to support this? You can support this. You're crazy. But the Bible talks about the youth as monsters, that the women would produce monsters, the Bible tells you. And you get mad at us when we show you the truth. You get mad. We know the white man is the devil, but the Lord told us that Israel are devils too. The leadership, especially in John 8:44, it says, ye are of your father, the devil. So why are you surprised, man? So after the Super Bowl is over and you drink your beer and your strong drinks and you eat your chicken or whatever it is you do, I want you to meditate. I want you to meditate on the reality of what the hell is really happening around you. What's happening in your neighborhoods or the neighborhoods outside of your neighborhoods, and come out of La La Land, because the Super Bowl and drugs and alcohol and music is a deterrent to keep you away from reality, man. To keep you away from reality. It don't make no sense to be this blind and stupid. It don't make no sense. But we know, again, that it's the curses. We know it's the curses of the Most High. And I'm not trying to put you down. I got to give you the truth, the bad part as well as the good part. Here in the curses, it says in the 47th verse of Deuteronomy 28, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies. See, you got enemies and you serving your enemies. Because we chose not to serve the Most High, now you're going to serve your enemies. Then it says, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. You depend on the system that this man runs and controls and owns for food, clothes, and drink. And in the want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee, and we are destroyed. We are people destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. It's not hard to figure out. You got something, brother?
Hey, Salakia, Elder, I gotta handle something.
I'm closing down anyway. It wasn't a long video. I just wanted to get this off, but it's all cool.
Okay, Con, you're gonna go up. If you go up this week, I'll jump on.
Yeah, I'm trying to go up more during the week. I'm trying to go up more during the week, man. You know? All right, bro. I'll talk to you a little later.
All right, shalom.
Shalom. But y'all get it, man. You brothers, you're not so caught up in delusion that you can't see what the hell is going on, man. You focusing on Trump and some monkey cartoon or whatever, and you're not seeing this, man. You're focusing on ICE and what they're doing, and you're not seeing and focusing on this. What are you going to do about this? We see you marching for ICE and crying about ICE. And what are you doing about this, though? What is being done about this? How are you handling these situations? Look, these are your youth. What are you doing about this? You ain't doing a goddamn thing but being a damn fool. I was going to say something else, but you ain't doing nothing but being a damn fool your damn selves, because what are you doing to correct this situation? Black people are dying like there's no tomorrow, man, every day. Everybody and their mother's calling me right now. Everybody's calling me like they just, But look at this. You see this? Come on now. I get it. We all want peace, man. We all want peace, and we all want safety. We all want a good life. But at the same time, we know that that's not the reality in all cases, man. It takes money to be in a certain neighborhoods. It takes money to protect your children. It takes money to eat. It takes money. And what's happening is the Most High, he's shutting down the money. The Most High is going to make it very difficult for those who are not spiritually inclined to get by. It's going to make it very difficult. And if you're not geared up in the spirit of the Most High, you're going to see some things that you weren't expecting, man. And that's the truth, man. Here it says, real quick, it says, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. This was in the past. It's still like this now in this land. This is where we were in another all the way on in the east, over the waters. Then the Lord said, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. See, we are some violent people. We're not nice people. And that goes for the sisters too. We are not nice people. We're not nice people. We are very, very arrogant, evil people, man. And you can get mad and don't want to face reality, but that's the reality, man. We're not good people. We are very, very violent, dangerous people, including our youth. You understand what I'm saying? So, you think about that as the day goes into Monday, and it will be back to the plantation, and you'll watch the news and you'll see what's going on all over the world, including America, and you'll see. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of news about the ICE agents and the protesters in the streets. You look at the state of our people. Forget about the ICE agents. Forget about the 2 people who got shot. You think about what the hell is happening among us and what's being done to fix what's happening around us. And I guarantee you, if you focus in on what's happening among us and if it's being fixed or is it being dealt with, you'll come to the conclusion not a goddamn thing is being done to fix us. Now, you prove me wrong. Are the schools being fixed? Nope. Nope. Are children getting a decent education? Nope. Are children eating properly, or are they eating junk food? They're eating junk food, so the diet is off, education is off, finances is off, and the behavior, what's being done in this country to correct the behavior of the young black youth? Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing. So focus in on issues that are more weightier in importance and stop the damn foolishness with this monkey video and Trump and ICE and get more spiritual. Get more spiritual and see the truth of the Bible. See the truth of the Bible. If you don't, well, you'll fall and it'll be no one to blame. There will be no one to blame but yourselves. I'm out. Peace.
Reach into my pocket. Read to him the 29th scroll, 6th verse.
Beware the beast man, for he is the devil's pawn. Alone among God's primates, he kills for sport, or lust, or greed. Yea, he will murder his brother to possess his brother's land. Let him not breed in great numbers, for he will make a desert of his home and yours. Shun him. Drive him back into his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death.
I found nothing in the cave to alter that conception of man, and I still live by its injunction.